Hello and welcome back to Starcraft 1, and in this episode we'll be starting the final mission of the Zerg campaign in Starcraft 1, Full Circle.
The Protoss can do nothing but flee before the onslaught of the swarm. But now you must assault one final site before our conquest is assured. Behold, there is a temple.
And here's where we get one of the most important plot dumps for Starcraft 2.
Though I have borne witness to the passing of countless millennia, the temple which you must assault is older by far. For it was
by the creators.
the Zelnaga, and it marks
And together we shall make it so that I am the original creator of everything and all things.
No, actually. As we will learn in StarCraft 2, well, the Overmind is more or less an extension of will for a particular Zelnaga being.
Oh, he was the only speaker.
So, this mission is not as difficult as I made it out the first time. It is difficult, but mostly due to the fact that it expects you to know all the Zerg techs and techniques and strategies at this point, which I do not because I am terrible at Zerg. Our goal, as it was stated in our mission objectives, is to destroy the Protoss temple up top there. We have to go through 2.5 different Protoss factions to get there, and we should be using mixed forces to do it. We will not be doing mixed forces. We will be doing pretty much just Hydralisks, because, yeah.
Go on, Hydras.
As I mentioned during our last mission, at this point it took me several takes in order to actually get these missions down. Both Invasion of Iron and Full Circle took me 3 attempts.
Win.
Yep, win.
Whoever can do it fastest wins the game. So really, it's a competition about keyboard positioning, macros, and how long your fingers can dexterously navigate the keyboard. Good luck, players.
But again, you're up against 3 different forces here, and they don't have to fight each other.
Yep,
Bastards.
and all of them are Korean.
Thankfully, no, they're not Korean. They're computers.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss all this squishiness.
You might.
This campaign has been revolting, but memorable.
I don't honestly think it's all that revolting. I do think it's memorable, specifically the first half of the campaign, going through and going through Kerrigan's origin story. I think that's really nice. But the rest of the campaign is it's not bad. It's just not all that engrossing.
Which is ironic. Well, actually, no. Not ironic, but maybe an unforeseen consequence of just putting too much hideous crap on the screen that makes you want to look away, or worse, suppress that you even did it in the first place.
No, it's none of those really. It's more the fact that the story for the Zerg is not really all that well fleshed out, to be perfectly honest. Like the Zerg aren't really the Zerg don't really have any individualism going for them, so it can be rather difficult to figure out what goals the Overmind actually has. And in this case, the Overmind's entire goal for this game is to assault, to find out where Ire is and assault it, so that he can do what he was programmed to do, which was, generate, well, that's a Brood War spoiler, and I don't really want to spoil the Brood War stuff, although we won't be covering that when we get to Brood War. I have already recorded all that I'm doing for Brood War, so we will be doing Brood War eventually.
Nice. I was going to say that the Overmind is largely, yes, a one-dimensional character. He's flat as paper. If you turn him to his side, he's literally just a line on a screen. Kerrigan's arc was easily the most interesting part of the Zerg campaign, as I observed, because she actually had a character development, kind of. Except you don't really know Kerrigan that well through the Zerg campaign. This assumes that you play the Terran campaign first.
Which you are pointed towards, and in fact, there's a tutorial message for each of the campaigns. Hey, that says, hey, our story is kind of dependent that you play the game a certain way. We're not gonna force you to play the game a certain way, but you know, we want you to play the game a certain way.
And so the world of Starcraft fanfiction was born, like the dawn at the beginning of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Kerrigan's great flowing breasts.
We don't have a Hydralisk den yet, so attempting to replace those Hydras is going to take us a bit.
Are we under attack right now?
We were under attack.
Oh. Well, how come we didn't get the "our forces are under attack"?
Because it wasn't our forces,
saw
it was
that.
our base.
I am the eyeball. Of course I saw it.
There we go. We're starting to we have jump cut to a point where we are successfully generated our Hydralisks.
Well, how many of them are there? Like 30?
Right now we've got, let's see.
Oh, that's a decent number.
15? Yeah, about 15.
They're walking into a suicide mission.
Well, only if we are going early, and we might be going early, honestly. We generated some Hydralisks over there, so we're probably at about 45 Hydralisks, honestly.
It's only suicide if it predicates of a sense of self versus a sublimated one to the collective of Zerg.
I'm getting adrenal glands simply so that my Zerglings have the ability to defend our base slightly better against roving Zealots and Dragoons, but I don't actually plan to use Zerglings for a good portion of the mission. Until the very end, where I will be just generating Zerglings in order to burst down the temple.
When your Zerglings are done harvesting, they need only put down the goddamn crystals and pick up a gun.
Those are the drones. The Zerglings are the smaller, almost completely purple raptors on the northern part of our base, just below our one and only Vespane extractor. I am sad that we don't have another Vespane.
So this is why I'm glad that Gerdat has the helms and the nomenclature down. I am 10 parts into the Zerg campaign and I'm still fucking clueless. Okay, now,
Hydras.
Do we need to deploy by the air using the overlords?
Thankfully, no. The Protoss Temple is on a straight shot on the ground. However, attempting to get all the way there is going to be a bit of a hassle, because again we have to go through effectively three Protoss factions in order to get there, and there's the Protoss faction that's actually defending the temple once we are there.
Yeah, I agree. This mission is the epitome of straightforwardness. Directness, if you will, simplicity. Just go forward, press up on your control pad. This is the shortest.
Do you remember that StarCraft 1 actually has an N64 release?
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, StarCraft 1 has an N64 release. I'm pretty sure Brood War does not, but StarCraft 1 certainly does.
I mean, was it good?
I have never played it. I am confused as to why anyone would have willingly decided to play that, but people did decide to play the StarCraft 1 release on N64. I don't know how good it handles. I assume with my limited experience with Halo Wars that it controls like shit because it's on the N64. But Halo Wars actually worked on consoles for some fucking reason. It shouldn't have. It's an RTS game. RTS games are built for PC almost explicitly. But Halo Wars works on consoles.
Honestly, the problem I have playing games like this, especially if controls are an issue, it's the camera. The camera is a ubiquitous problem in this game. If you don't have eyes on what's happening, then you're going to lose precious time. If you don't know how to switch to different perspectives in the game, you're going to lose precious time. And you also will not be able to respond to immediate threats to your forces. So the N64, I could see that the control stick would probably control your green arrow right there. The only thing I'm not too... Okay, so you just click on the mini-map in order to select a camera vantage. I could kind of see it working, except I could see that the mouse lets you stop where the arrow is, where the control stick doesn't stop until you let go.
Yeah.
It might be a little too slow on consoles. Is that the temple right there? Just that pyramid?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, boys, get the C4. Did you remember your plastic helmets? You're gonna need them now. A final offensive.
Must hold them at bay for a while longer.
Hold them off for little.
Now, unfortunately, we do have to bring that Kaydaran crystal to the temple, and this can be a problem.
Yeah. Don't drop the crystal. Squirt. Squirt, my minions, squirt.
Spines, but
Send
yeah.
more squirt. You can solve any problem by spitting at it. And this is why you don't chew tobacco, kids, is because you will turn from lazy human truck driver into hideous mutated alien.
Come on, drone. I know we don't win. I know we don't win this right here. There's no way in hell that we win this right here. But we get no. That's right. A Reaver shows up out of fucking nowhere and rips apart all of our Hydralisks.
No, and there they go. Yep, because it's got splash. Oh, well, I mean, it took out some of them. I mean, come on. You got 68 units on the battlefield. Looks to me you're doing fine.
I don't know what the next part is.
I mean, normally a paragraph of text indicates a cooldown of responsibility from the player to just read, so this looks like the end of the mission.
Yeah, but there's supposedly still another... Is there?
What the fuck are we going to spend the last 2 minutes of this video doing? What?
Well, aside from the paragraph that the Overmind is spewing at us, informing us how judgment is coming, there's still the ending cutscene where we get to see the Overmind actually crash on Ire. I'm surprised. I thought this was a two-part mission, but apparently I did it in one part. The hell? With less than 30 APM.
You jump cut it through most of the.
Yeah, I did jump cut
minutes.
through most of the production.
It's that's fine. That's fine. I mean, it looked like we saw what we needed to see.
Yeah, get 3 Hydras, run them at the temple.
We have Overmind vision.
And kaboom!
Now is he going to
And
emerge
so
like
the
the blob
Guardians
and like take over
have
the world?
swarmed over Ire. The carrier drones are falling from the sky. Ire is in ruins. They wanted me to use Guardians during that mission. I said no.
All around I see these worn out places, worn out faces. Protoss is at a loss. Look at all the flying dudes in the sky.
Remember, folks, we're not the bad guys, technically.
Nah, we're just moving in.
Zerglings!
We're gonna set up a landlord agreement and pay rent. And in the next part, we're gonna see something completely different.
Yep. Join us next time for the start of the Protoss campaign.
And,